All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing more Ace Combat 6, getting the multiplayer done. We're moving. We're making moves on the multiplayer today, trust me. Starting out at a strong 58.94% complete. Basically 59%, but just there. Just shy of it. So 58. Should be a good day. At least I think it will be. It's already been a very interesting day in terms of things that I know I watched that absolutely no one else did. I watched that big presentation on Unreal Engine 6 this morning. Pretty weird mixed bag, that new engine, but we'll see. We'll see. Some really good things, some things that I'm just like, what? We'll see how it turns out. I got on that Gears of War Redux mod this morning.
I walk on.
What about Greg Miller's rant? I don't know that one. Who's Greg Miller? Was that a rant at the presentation? Greg Miller? Oh! See, this is someone who, like, I know his face, but I never would have known him by name. Yeah, okay. Gonna use it for Rocket League. They're gonna launch it with Rocket League. It is just a general new revision of UE. The new engine certainly seems interesting. They straight up addressed, they were like, yeah, UE 6 had some performance woes. UE 6 is looking to fix that. They're doing some new stuff on the back end that should make it run a lot smoother and eliminate particularly like the crazy stuttering that UE 5 was notorious for. That realistically should just not be a thing in UE 6 with some of the new stuff they've done. Oh, sorry, I said UE 6 twice. They said UE 5 had issues, UE 6 won't. And they like explained how they've gone about actually making like big architecture changes in the engine to achieve that. I would say that I largely believe them based on what they were saying. Obviously, how much it's gonna fix it, we don't really know until we have it, but apparently Gears E-Day is running on Unreal Engine 6. I was kind of under the impression just by default that it was running on 5. But apparently E-Day runs on UE 6, the new Gears game coming out in like October. So that will definitely be like the first big, I guess, test of whether it's a noticeable jump or not. E-Day looked pretty fucking good, so it might be good. We'll see. If UE 6 is basically that sounds good. The thing that I'm way more mixed on with the engine is they put a lot of AI features in on the dev side that I don't like that much. Because I've said before, like, some AI use in certain places in game development is like reasonable. It has a place. It should be there. In certain contexts, of course. But they were putting in stuff that, like, literally... They had it where you could, like, type in and just be like, give me, like, a purpley sunset sky. And the engine will, like... Oh, wait. Oh, okay. The engine will, like, auto-configure your skybox settings and your volumetric settings and stuff to give you exactly what you want. And you can still go in and like edit things beyond that, but it literally has like AI in there that you can type in like, I want this sort of skybox, and it will just automatically be like, and it will generate that for you. It'll do all the settings and work for you. And I don't like that. I feel like that's too much. Because I've said before, like generative AI to just whip up a placeholder, drop it in so that you can start scripting and doing functionality and stuff. That's fine. As long as you take it out and it's actually placeholder, like there's nothing wrong with that. When you start having AI literally like building your levels or your skyboxes and whatnot for you, and then you just do like a tiny bit of tweaking beyond that, I don't like that. I think that's maybe over the line for me. Personally, I don't know about you guys, but I think that's over my line. If I were to draw a line, it would be over it. Computer, make me a character model with hyper-realistic feet. How dare Xbox shut down studios because people lost jobs, and basically shut down the console division, which would make people lose jobs. I said my thing with the Xbox layoffs this week. Like, layoffs suck, but after Asha gave us their profit margins in an interview like last week, they needed layoffs. They needed like executive pay cuts. They needed smaller budgets per title. Like a lot of overhauling needs to be done at Xbox. And it seems like they're just gonna kind of do that all at once. So like it's awful when that many jobs are lost all at once, but like in her position, I'd be doing the same shit, genuinely. Like, if I were given those numbers and was able to make a call on how to fix it, it needs to happen. Because their numbers were so... I talked about it the other day. But if you haven't heard their numbers that she gave in the interview, she straight up said, like, yeah, Xbox over, like, the last...
Fanboy. They do.
I think she said it was, like, over the last 3 years or something, was averaging a 3% return on investment year over year. And that number was declining, she said. Like, it was going down when she came into leadership. Like, it was averaging 3% and still trending downwards. Which, when you're running a business of that size, only keeping, like, 3 cents of every dollar you make, basically, is insane. You just can't keep doing that. Like, changes need to be made. That is not sustainable. Man's got his messages off on Xbox. Do I? I might. Oh yeah, I don't want to hit that yet. It's been a minute. Hot Sauce, you get on the Gears Redux yet? Or you ordered a CD copy, didn't you? Do you have your CD copy yet? To be able to get on Gears Redux? I have not. I did. And I'm very glad that, what's it? They have Horde. And then they also have Horde Plus, which is the one that adds in all the Gears of War 2 stuff. So I remember being like, bro, they should have added Horde, but like actually just left it Gears of War 1 Horde mode. Like if I wanted to play Gears 2 Horde, you know, no offense to these guys, I would go boot up Gears 2. What's the point of having like Gears of War 1 Horde, but it's Gears of War 2? But they have both. They have Horde, which is just Gears 1 Horde. And then they have, what's it? Horde Plus, I think they call it, which is the one with the Gears 2 stuff. What is Gears Redux? It's a repackaging of the old PC port of like original 360 Gears of War, 2006 Gears. With like a whole bunch of shit that just makes it better to play. Like nicer control schemes and stuff that weren't available in Gears 1. the frame rate, I think, can go up to like 240 FPS at max. You can mess with the FOV settings. And they added like horde mode and shit. And I think all of the Gears of War 2 maps are also playable in it. I only looked around a little bit, but it looked like it was basically every Gears 2 map is also in there. So it's basically like what Gears of War Reloaded should have been, rather than just a visual remaster of Gears 1 with no extra stuff. It's basically like what I would have wanted to, or what I would have wanted Reloaded to be. Especially, bro, the fumble on, like, opening up Gears to a whole new audience on PlayStation and everything, and not including a horde mode to give people something to play, like, casually and come back to and have fun. It's crazy to me. Because, you know, the multiplayer's there, but Gears multiplayer is a little notorious for being, like, really hard to get into and also having a really toxic community. So the multiplayer for most new players is not something that will like keep them around. It's something that 99% of players will bounce off of. It's kind of just the reality of Gears multiplayer.
Enemy forces are approaching the city. Intercept.
What does Nintendo have to do for you to buy a Switch 2? The Ocarina remake, if it's actually good, might get me on it. Because, like, I thought Prime 4 was going to get me on it, but then Prime 4, like, the previews started coming out, and they were like, it's kind of mid, actually. It's not that good. And I was like, oh. Maybe I don't want to spend, like, $500 on it. You know? Ocarina might. Other than that, like, I'm not that big of a Nintendo guy outside of Zelda and Metroid. Like, those are the two Nintendo franchises I really do enjoy. So, like, it would take one of those. And Prime 4 does seem good, but not, like, amazing. Not like I want to buy a whole new system for it good, you know?
ESM is active.
I can wait until I have more reason to buy the system, and then I can check it out. Right? Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom upgrades are great, but I don't think you want to touch those games ever again. Bro, I'll be real. Even aside from that, emulation. Sorry, what was that? What was I talking about? Oh, that was weird. That was a really rough cough. My bad. And then I totally forgot what I was talking about. It's unfortunate. I don't like how Link looks in the preview. Bro, I was saying that genuinely might not even be like an in-game model. It could just be like a little pre-rendered thing to showcase, like, yeah, we're redoing Ocarina. I don't know. I don't know. I didn't really like the way Link looked in it either. But it might not be what he looks like. DK Bonanza is peak, but it's pretty similar to Mario Odyssey, which Chole wasn't a fan of. I like the Mario games. I like the 3D Mario games especially. I do not like Mario Odyssey. I have never clicked with it. I've tried. Like, I think the mechanics are good, but the levels are so boring. And just the general structure, I'm not a fan of at all. It's platformers because he sucks. I don't hate platformers. The thing.
Alpha 1,
I love Mario for the most part. It wouldn't be a system seller for me, but I enjoy Mario. I love Crash Bandicoot and like Spyro the Dragon. I don't hate platformers. I just like good platformers. Donkey Kong Country, I love. Donkey Kong Country kicks ass, 1 and 2. Tried to play 6 on PC, but it's so unplayable on emulator. Yeah. Emulators come a long way. I wouldn't call it unplayable now, but it's still not great. Xbox is kind of still just the way to go if you're going to play AC6. Although the recomp, I haven't checked in on the recomp recently. Has much progress been made with it? Chatters who would be in the know, who would be up to date with the AC6 recomp. Does it get in there?
Alpha 1, ESM is active.
Got a few stability updates. Okay. Doing good so far. Or, sorry, doing good as far as I know. The recomp will be great. It's unfortunate that, what's it? That we got so far into AC6 before the recomp really came around. But it seems like by the time that it's really polished up to where it's as good as playing on Xbox or better, I'll probably just about be wrapping this up anyway. So maybe if I ever like replay just the campaign or something for a stream down the line, I might use the recomp and check it out. Because 60 FPS would be awesome. It's like the one thing with AC6 is that the 30 FPS doesn't feel great. But weirdly, like for Ace Combat, 30 FPS doesn't feel that bad either. Like, I was just talking about Gears of War, right? Gears of War on 30 FPS feels like ass. Like, now that I've experienced it in 60, 30 feels terrible in those games. It's a huge difference. Ace Combat, it's like, I notice it for a few minutes, and then it feels pretty much the same once my eyes adjust to it. This honestly doesn't feel bad. No, it's 30 FPS, but like it feels perfectly fine for these games, weirdly. AC6 has nothing related to Strange Reel, right? AC6 is set in Strange Reel. It is a Strange Reel game. When you play the PSP games on PSP, you don't feel 30. Okay, that's actually weirdly a good example. AC6 in particular doesn't feel bad at 30 FPS. The PSP games do. Thank you for reminding me that the PSP games are also in 30. I don't know what the difference really is. Maybe it's just because the PSP games play so slow.
Stage complete.
Weirdly. Like, you would expect it to be the other way around, where the slower game would feel better at 30. But I wonder if maybe that's why. It's just because the games themselves are so slow to play compared to, like, AC6, which is fast as fuck. Alright, mark a siege battle down. We got one in, boys. Love to see it. Physics are slower? They're so much slower. It genuinely might be why. Is AC6 really that slow? Or sorry, ACX really that slow? Yeah. I mean, X, I would say, is slower than the vast majority of the console games. Like, maybe Air Combat is slower. I would say 2 is faster than X. 4 is faster than X. I have to think. 5 and 0 definitely are. 7 definitely is. Assault Horizon definitely is. I would say X is one of the slowest AC games. Like, now that I think about it and just kind of go through each one in my head. Two is so smooth. Crazy because it's the same engine. I know, but like genuinely. Oh, I forget 3D. 3D might be slower. AC 3D is pretty slow too. I remember thinking it was real slow. They probably had to slow it down for the 3DS though. They were really pushing it. Oh. Okay. I got my Ace Combat 8 plane. I'm ready. Until I found out it was the worst game. I wouldn't say it's the worst. I would not say it's the worst. I think it's one of the worst. I think it's down there. It's pretty low, but
Box 2. Missile struck target.
oh yeah, Advance exists. If we include the mobile games, then definitely it's not the worst.
Ground target destroyed.
Certainly.
Missile launched.
Oh, shit.
Alpha 2 crashed. Fire. Reporting incoming. Shut
Oh, I'll
down.
take it. I'll take it. That was the craziest joust of my life. I had like 3 missiles up my ass. Oh my god. That was scary as fuck, man. Oh, shit.
Alpha 2's been shot down. Missile struck target. Box 2. Ground target destroyed. Missile launched. Ground target destroyed. Missile launched. Alpha 2 crashed. Lock on.
Number 1 Assault Horizon Legacy. Whoa!
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
AC 3D is pretty slow. Actually,
Missile struck
every once in a while I get a video idea
to launch.
for Ace Combat that could actually be like super interesting.
Box 2.
I feel like that would be a good one. Like actually measuring out the speed of every Ace Combat game to objectively measure like what the ranking is in terms of like the speed.
Warning.
Just how fast the gameplay is. I would be interested in that. I would click on it. What is the fastest Ace Combat game? It'll be a bloodbath. I'm pretty sure 6 and Assault Horizon would end up pretty definitively taking the top spots, but I don't know. I could be
Alpha 2
wrong.
crashed.
Like, when I think just off the top of my head what the fast ones are, I think of 6 and Assault Horizon.
Warning, incoming missile.
Maybe 7 as well.
Missile missed.
Particularly, 7 is a weird one, because I don't think it's quite as fast as 6, but then I also think the high G in that game is absurd. And you kind of need to factor that in. 7's high G is just not even balanced. They just didn't bother. It was like, oh yeah, every plane turns on a dime and loses like no speed. Actually. James, help. He's up my ass.
Alpha 2's hit.
Oh my god, he hit James. You stop that. Thank you. I'm like, dude, he's up my shit.
Alpha 2 crashed. Missile strike confirmed.
Favor or factor in high G for 7, but not Assault Horizon Legacy. I just don't remember anything about Assault Horizon Legacy's high G being like noteworthy. Was it the same way?
Ground target destroyed.
Where like all the planes just turned without really losing any speed? So that's the one thing I love. Ace Combat 8 is bringing it back too, which I'm super happy about. But AC6's high G is like super different plane to plane. Feels totally different depending on what you're flying. Whereas like AC7's high G, it just, all the planes feel the exact same if you use high G. Like every single plane just feels identical when using high G in that game. Drains way more speed? Oh, really?
ESM is active. Ground target destroyed. UAV launched. Lock on. Jammers reduce our radar efficiency and also interfere with missile fire. Be cautious. Missile struck target. Alpha 1.
Don't hate the player and all that.
Ground target destroyed.
But you get a boost after. Oh. It's like drifting in like a kart racer. Interesting. I don't really remember that. When I think of Assault Horizon Legacy mechanics, I think of like the evasion maneuvers and stuff that were put in. Like that's what comes to mind. I don't really think of the high G.
Alpha 2 crashed.
Ow.
Alpha 2 launch.
I knew those were killing me. As soon as I saw them come out, it was over.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Oh, good shit, James.
Radar lock.
But I was super happy with how the high G felt when I played AC8 a bit. I say a bit. 6 hours is a lot, especially. I don't know if I really mentioned it on stream, but bro, we played it like in one session, right? It's a one afternoon event when you go do something like that. So like, it wasn't even just, oh yeah, I played 6 hours in total. It was like, bro, I sat down at this little table with like a fucking folding lawn chair, I shit you not, and I played like 6 hours straight. You playing anything longer than 20 minutes is crazy. To be fair, I stood up to like, you know, grab a water, talk to people a good bit, because like after a good few hours, I was loving the game, but even I started to get fatigued playing that much in like one short session. It was a lot. I had y'all in lawn chairs. They were the shittiest chairs. I talked about that on stream. I remember saying like the event was amazing except for those fucking chairs they had us in. My ass hurt by the end of the day.
Alpha 2's been shot down.
Just because of the chairs. They were terrible. But that's definitely it's not the fault of like Bandai Namco on that one. It was the venue we were at. Like they rented out a venue who put on the whole thing, and yeah, their chairs were terrible.
Ground target destroyed.
Just wait until the weekend. At first I was like, what is this joke? What is this joke? I was trying to think, and then I realized.
Missile was evaded.
How shitty were those chairs on a scale of 1 to 10?
This big figure just pounding me.
Return to base.
I mean,
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
rumor is AC8 is going to be 25 missions. We have zero indication on the actual mission count for AC8 currently. So I would not get your hopes up or down either way. We have no
It's the
indication.
birds, they're spies for the government. Birds don't exist. They're all surveillance robots.
That played twice? I'm so confused. I feel like she said the same thing twice. Said 25 hours including cutscenes. I have to think. It's probably more than... I don't know. Because I don't know how long the cutscenes near the end of the game will be. Because like I've said before, when we, at the event, were playing like the first 5 missions just straight back to back. That took me, including cutscenes and stuff, about 3 hours to play the first 5 missions. So it might be more than 25, but it also could be less if the cutscenes like really ramp up later in the game, which typically happens. But like real world time, just from the time I sat down and started playing to the time I was done, it was a little over 3 hours to play the first 5 missions. You know what? Bring the Dorito out. If it's really a sequel to AC5, it's gonna have 50. It does feel a lot like AC5, like a lot. It's crazy. Just the general, like, I would say if you're someone who doesn't like AC5, you'll probably like it a little more than 5. Like, I think it redeems some of the mission design in particular, which is like most people who don't like 5's biggest complaint with it. But if you like Ace Combat 5, you're gonna fucking love 8. But it really feels a lot like 5. Like, just the whole... It feels a lot like 5. Super cinematic, super story-heavy. Tons of dialogue. Very, very AC5. Naval carrier stuff. Of course. Also, I only just saw James say he's got food coming. I only just noticed it. Thank God I did see it. Five's main problem is the mission design is really bad. Hey, I've seen people say that they hate 5 because of the story. Which, I don't know, but I've seen that come up a lot. Like in comments and stuff. Some missions are poorly designed. Oh yeah. Is it 5 or no? I think it's X. Never mind. That has the like chemical weapon dispersal bombing mission. Bro, that is like the first thing I think of when I think of terrible Ace Combat missions. God, I hated that. That was actually just awful. Is that 5? Oh, it's both. I think I'm thinking of ACXs, to be honest. That's funny. Yes, now that you say that, I'm also remembering AC5s. I was thinking of ACXs, not 5s. But both of them do have one, funny enough. But now I can picture them separately in my head, and I'm thinking of X's. Yeah, the one with the G-force. Yes, exactly. The one where you have to disperse the chemical weapons, but you can't, what's it? You can't go too fast or turn too fast because your dispersal weapon will literally just blow you up if you do. Like, it'll just insta-explode and kill you, and you have to restart. But then also, while you're forced to go slow and fly largely in a straight line, they scatter out all these targets, and you're on a time limit that's actually really short. Like, surprisingly short, especially given the gimmick of the mission. It's awful. That is the one I'm thinking of, is the high G one. Or sorry, the high G, the G-force one. Jesus Christ. You think you can out-Dorito me?
Special weapons running low. All special weapons used.
Shit. I had the shoot indicator for a second. The lock speed was too slow. Damn it. Did you see the Unreal event? E-Day will be the first UE6 game. Yeah, I was talking about it. I did watch the Unreal event this morning. UE6, I'm so mixed on it, man. I really, like, performance and visual stuff, Unreal Engine 6 seems like it will be a big return to form for Unreal. But the generative AI tools built into the engine that, like, you can just say, hey, I want, like, a building that looks kind of like this, or a skybox that looks kind of like this, and the engine will literally just make you one. I don't like that. I think that's too much generative AI in game dev. And I'm even someone who people typically disagree when I say, like, generative AI does have some place in game dev, but it's all about how you actually go about using it. And none of it should ever be in finished product. That, to me, seems like too much. If it's just straight up like, oh, I want a purple sky at sunset, and the engine makes it for you, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's too much. Because that's like stuff that will make it into retail, right? That's not like little placeholders for functionality or whatever. That's going to ship with the game. All AI tokens. It doesn't even take tokens, I don't think. I could be mistaken. I don't think it does, because it's literally just a built-in engine function. Purple skies, that's woke? Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god, you're right. They injected the woke purple skies, the bisexual lighting into the Unreal presentation. Jesus Christ, how could I not have seen it sooner? The bisexual lighting was right there.
Missile struck target.
Dear God.
We have radar lock on.
I saw a Destiny 2 fan on Twitter this morning saying that Marathon is woke. And then someone in the replies asked him what the fuck about Marathon's story or lore is even remotely woke. He clarified, saying, sorry, not the game, the people who made it. And then thankfully, everyone in the replies got him with the, my brother in Christ, it's the same people that made Destiny 2. Like, what?
Shut down.
Ah, fuck. I'll take it. Because it's on Unreal, it's all coming together. You're right. Oh my god, you're right. Speaking of Bungie, that's actually an event that hasn't come up yet today. 50% of their dev team, poof.
Enemy down.
Can't say we didn't see it coming. But yeah, there it is. Oh, fuck! I got ghost mistled. Post-mortem ghost missile. God damn you. They can still tweak whatever result it gives them. So is it still considered Gen AI or handmade? It's still considered generative AI. It's like saying you can generate an AI image and then trace over it, but it's your original art because you traced it. And maybe like changed a couple colors. It's still...
Why is the horse holding a wiener?
It's still generated AI stuff. That would be the Destiny half, I guess. The other half is the Marathon guys. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, is that probably the people who, like, only worked on Destiny got laid off this morning. And then the people who are on the Marathon team are probably the people who didn't get laid off. Considering that both Bungie and Sony have been, like, tripling down on Marathon being a product they believe in and that they're going to keep working on. That's probably about how that went. I have a feeling the AI service will be paid. I don't know. They didn't really say anything about it, so it's weird. Like, I would assume... I don't know. It is a free engine, so I could see them being like, yeah, the engine is free, but if you want the generative AI tools, you have to pay to use them. I could see them doing that. Mostly because the engine is given away for free.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
If it's a full redraw, then is it AI?
Alpha
Man, who
One,
the fuck
engage
knows?
the enemy.
Shutter, sell off, or let go to be independent. I really don't know why they don't just let teams go more. but like, you know, let the leadership within that team figure out where they go from there rather than just shutting them down straight up. If it runs locally, I don't see why it would be paid. Kind of doubt it would be local AI though. Yeah, I don't really know how like all the specifics of that work because they didn't really talk much about it. You know, seems kind of intense for those tools to be local. It does. It's I don't know. It's weird. And yeah, they didn't really touch on it. They were just kind of like, "Oh yeah, this is cool and it just works. Look at it. It's wonderful. It's the future." Was UE6 announced? Like a month ago, yeah. This morning was like the big presentation of them showing off the engine itself. But they announced it in a Rocket League, like, well, they announced it with Rocket League like a month ago. How much AC6 is left? We were at 58% start of today. We're cooking. I don't know if James is back, but I don't see him in chat. So I'm going to assume it's just us again. Mirage versus Typhoon. Okay, I was going to say. It's like, what a matchup. Pain? You say pain. You say pain.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Fired.
Oh my god, my game is kind of like...
Warning, incoming missile. Shut down.
We take those. But with how beautiful Ide looks and how well it performs on Series X, I'm willing to give it a chance. Yeah. It seems like optimization and fidelity and stuff is actually really good on it. Ow, fucking hell. Oh, what? What? Feels more like 5.5. It definitely does. It feels like, oh shit. We need to fix up UE5 with like a big back-end overhaul for the performance and stutters and all that. Throw in some extra features to make it seem more new and just do that. Oh, fuck me. Oh, this might be bad against the Qualms. Fuck!
Shut
Oh.
down.
Okay. Fair. I should have changed direction there. He was getting me.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Lock on. New coordinates have been sent. Check your radars.
Oh.
Missile struck target.
Let's go.
Enemy facility
I'm a bit of a
was
tunnel
destroyed.
runner.
ESM is active.
I am. Fuck. Shit. If only I had realized sooner. Damn it.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
I had the right idea. I caught on too late.
We have radar lock on. Warning, incoming missile.
Return, bro. I'm getting my ass beat.
Missile struck target. Missile was evaded. Box 2. Warning, incoming missile.
I'm all clenched up, man. My body is in distress. The sweat is real.
Shut
Fucking hell.
Alpha 1, engage the
Oh, and he crashed, bastard. Where did you crash?
fire.
My points.
Missile struck target. Missile missed. We have radar lock on.
I need to be able to see him. I can't do that right now.
New coordinates have been sent. Check your radars.
Okay.
Missile evaded.
Oh, wrong button. Whoa. Yes, this way. Sorry, I kind of lost my sense of where I was there.
Lock on. Box 2.
Shit.
Target hit. Enemy facility was destroyed. ESM is active.
Oh, come on. Shit. That was so good, too. I had that. Horse shit.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Fired. Shut down.
Damn, this plane is not as fast as I think it is. it don't turn like that.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Fox 2. Shut down. Missile missed.
These qualms are destroying me in this plane. This was a terrible matchup. At first, it seemed like I might have it, or might have had it. There we go, English.
We have radar lock on. Shut down.
Oh. Since then, it has not gone my way. I was off to a good start.
Alpha
I
1,
was.
engage the enemy.
I don't know how I had target lock there, but I still heard it, so I went for it. Maybe Mirage versus Flanker in the 1v1 is not the way. Those qualms just cook you the whole time, unless you're like pretty much solely focusing on evading them. It was a fun match though, I won't lie. Avoiding them and getting a kill feels good. Let's bite the bullet again. Just gotta happen. Let's get her done. Sometimes I like Flanker over Typhoon. Maybe I do. Maybe. What was your problem with Infinity? The trees and then bits of the terrain just not rendering at all. Like you could just see into the void. It was really weird because it's like the bits of terrain that wouldn't render would just be like a straight line, like right through the middle of the level. There would be more than one, but say there was just one, it would be like everything renders fine except for like horizontally right along here. There would just be like a huge chunk that's not rendering.
Assume attack formation. Enemy aircraft down. Fired. Down to the launch.
Also can't play RE1 rando. I don't know why Classic Rebirth doesn't work on my system. Specifically for RE1. Like I thought that we were getting somewhere with it. Like looking into the specific error codes and stuff and trying to troubleshoot those, but then
Weapons running low.
we kind of just drew a blank at the end of all that. And it still just didn't work. So I don't know what the deal is. Because we got to a point where like Windows wasn't even spitting out a code anymore.
All special weapons used. Missile struck target.
Typhoon stalls easily compared to Flanker. Oh,
Incoming missile.
does it? Bro, I thought Typhoon was like the hard meta that we had found if you're not running like, you know, EML. I thought we had found that like the Typhoon was just the plane if you weren't. Although to be honest, the more that I use the SU-47 in this game, the more that I realize that is probably also better than the Typhoon in this game.
Missile strike confirmed.
Seems like the SUs may have just been a bit overtuned.
Fox 2.
I think flanker stalls easier, does it? Oh, we already have battleship done. Oh shit, I had castle.
Operation Bravo complete. Move on to another airspace.
In this game, I think flanker stalls easier, but the turn rate seems quicker in slow, tight turns.
Operation Alpha
The flanker
complete.
turns pretty well in
Doing
this
great.
game, in
Continue
my
on with the mission.
experience. Could be. Typhoon does too, though. I don't know. I feel like I would need to fly them like back to back.
Now to launch. Missile was evaded. Operation Charlie complete. Enemy forces within Operation Airspace
That'll
have
do it.
been eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates have been set. This is the last group.
I wish Nosferatu didn't have the worst fucking high G ever, but I get that it's like the one thing balancing this plane. Well, they also disabled micro missiles for multiplayer. It's not the only thing balancing this plane. Micro missiles in multiplayer would have been so fun. Like, I get why they disabled them, but bro, it would have been awesome.
Alpha 2 crashed. Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. Almost done here.
Typhoon is higher speed though. Is it? Probably is. I feel like the Ace Combat games are mostly pretty linear.
All aircraft return to base.
Like the planes that you unlock later are faster. Regardless of the other strengths and weaknesses they may have, they're just faster. Generally. The F-117 unlocks pretty late in this game, so who the fuck knows?
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Enemy forces are approaching the city. Intercept.
They are available in MP and Infinity and 7. Great. Great. I have that to look forward to then. Oh no, is it the stick drift again? It came back? It's so weird, man. So weird. Well, what can you do?
Alpha 1, ESM is active. Fired.
I apparently can't aim my EML anymore. This other jamming plane? Hello? EC6 really does look so good for when it came out, though. Like, I feel like I haven't said it in a long time. But genuinely, like, well, it's a bit unfair. But I think 6 is a better looking game than Infinity. Which I say is a bit unfair because, like, 6 was a 360 exclusive. Infinity was a PS3 exclusive. The 360 did just have more power behind it than the PS3 did. Like, Assault Horizon looks way worse on PS3 than it looks on Xbox or PC. Just because of that. Like, Aces clearly did not really know how to work on PS3 in that engine very well. Which makes it funny that Infinity was PS3 exclusive, but 6 visually looks great. Assault Horizon looks even better. Like, same engine, a lot of the same assets, but just a game that they worked on later and polished up a lot visually. Assault Horizon, I think, was like, what, 2010, 2011, and that game looks sick. Imagine Infinity was on Xbox. I would have played it during its life. I mean, I probably wouldn't have, because it took me doing YouTube and people voting on it for me to even touch a flight game for the first time, but it would be nice if it was on Xbox, because at least then I feel like it would have been preserved faster. Weirdly, because like Xenia has netplay, and like weirdly, this is something that I only just found out about like a year ago, but Xenia's netplay functionality is better than RPCS3's.
ESM is active.
Was made on like $0. But Xenia netplay is kind of jank. Not really, it's really good. Like, it's the only thing that's jank about it is trying to use Xenia's graphics interface to actually use it. But once you wrap your head around the functionality of it, it's really good. Definitely better than RPCS3's, I would say. Is a better emulator? It's definitely a better emulator. With an infinitely better UI, of course, than Xenia. Xenia, you do like half the shit in that emulator in a text file. So. And yeah, I know about Xenia Manager, but it's kind of shit. Sorry, Xenia Manager fans. I don't even use Xenia that much. Mostly because it's kind of shit. I feel like I would use it more if it was further along.
ESM is active.
Isn't really bad, but it's not the greatest. Yeah. I would say it's on the weaker side of, what's it? Are you trying to do the net play with public servers without Radman? Originally, we system linked with Radman, but then just recently, like post E-Day announcement, we played a little bit of Gears 2, and we used the public server for it, and it worked great once I figured out how it worked. Because again, the UI is terrible, but like once I knew what to do with it, it pretty much was like, yeah, we clicked the buttons and it just worked. It's pretty good.
ESM is active.
After I got the dev to get a PR build for it to play? What? We needed a PR build to do Gears 3 with latest title update over pub servers. Why did you need the title update? You guys just ran the campaign, no?
ESM is active.
Oh, you played Shadow of Rom. Okay. Yeah. You do need title update for the DLC on 3. And 2. But 2 only got multiplayer DLC. Probably Judgment. I don't know. I don't fuck with Judgment. Shadow of Rom was goofy, not gonna lie. Pretty good gameplay wise. Story wise is not great, but gameplay wise I like Shadow of Rom. Not as much as the base campaign.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
You know what's funny? I didn't have any memory of running that what's it? I didn't have any memory of playing the Gears 3 mini campaign that you unlock in Judgment by doing enough of the challenges. But False and I played it after we finished up the Judgment campaign because we just got enough of the stars by playing anyway to play it. Like, we didn't even go out of our way for it, but we unlocked it, so we ran it. And that little mini campaign is better than the base campaign of Judgment. Like, it's a lot better. And I remember just being shocked. Just like, wow, that was significantly more enjoyable. Honestly, at this point, for Gears on PC, I'm hoping for more stuff like Gears Redux in the future. Ideally, well, fuck. Yeah, I actually. Or maybe just recomps or something. I don't know. Well, I guess recomps would be. Yeah. You know what I mean. Delta Online exists. I was going to say Delta Online as well, but with campaign. Delta Online is just multiplayer and Horde, isn't it? No campaign? Or am I mistaken on that? I looked into Delta Online a little more. That looks way better than the crazy modded one. That looks way more up my alley. But like, how do we have two of those made for Gears 3? One of them has all the crazy anime shit modded into it. One of them doesn't have the campaign. Like, why do neither of those have good, solid, vanilla campaign? First of all. Second of all, why do we not have a single, like, good PC option for 2 aside from fucking Xenia? You know? What are we doing? So is Xbox and PC cooked with those COD ports? Okay, so get this, right? Just last night, after we were talking about it yesterday, and I was saying, like, I don't know about the DLC, but I imagine they would have to package it together. Just last night, on the Xbox and Steam marketplaces, on both of them, at the same time, mind you, the cosmetic DLCs and stuff for Black Ops 1 and 2 got delisted. And again, allegedly, from the people who data mined the PlayStation Store, these ports are coming out on Friday. / like, whatever update might hit the other versions to bring them up to par, too. Because, mind you, PlayStation is only getting new ports because PlayStation can't natively run PS3 games on, like, PS5. So... check the cord. Oh, Treyarch announced it officially? When? Oh, in July. Courtesy of our partners at Iron Galaxy. Oh, fuck. Iron Galaxy did it? Guys, we're screwed. We're fucked. 13 minutes ago. Okay. It seems like some sort of update is gonna hit the other versions as well. I think. I hope. Even if it's just as small as, like, making DLC free, that would be great. Or as significant as, like, maybe they add crossplay to BO1 and 2. That would be pretty cool. Who knows?
Operation Charlie,
Got any good budget GPU recommendations for AC8? Honestly, not really. Purely because, like doing the YouTube thing, right? I kind of just look at like what's the strongest one, and just give me that. Like that's the one I need. So I'm not really super knowledgeable about the budget market these days. It'll probably work fine. I am a bit worried about AC8's optimization after my time with it, for sure. I really hope that it gets worked out by release. But the build that we played was certainly a little shaky in the optimization department. So I'm hoping that they get that worked out. Because I had expected the optimization to be great because it's Project Aces, but after what I played, it's
Alpha 2 crashed.
yeah. I think console's gonna be best. I think console's gonna suffer a lot more, like with the optimization issues. Just because like if there is any sort of performance struggle, they're probably just gonna throw on the fucking upscaling. Like they're just gonna cut the native resolution and throw on upscalers, and like on console you're just stuck with that, you know? Unless maybe they do the, I guess PlayStation, I don't know if Xbox does this really. I'm not in the console market anymore either. But I guess you could set the game to like the 30 FPS fidelity mode or whatever that they typically have, but that wouldn't be ideal
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread.
for like a new premium game, right?
Complete. All aircraft return to base.
Every game uses upscaling on console, man, like all of them. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I definitely think console is going to suffer more if there are performance problems. Mostly because, like, they're just going to throw on that stuff that makes it run better, and it's going to make the game look significantly worse, and you're just going to be stuck with it on console, you know? Like, that just is what it is. MGS3 remake moment? Yes, exactly. Exactly like MGS3 remake. Valentine, do you have stick drift? What's up with that? For the next few months are performance related. I do know, I mentioned this before, the land battleship mission, that was one of the ones we got to play, was straight up not finished when we were at the event. Like, the build that we played on, the mission just wasn't even complete. So we got to a point where, like, pretty late into the fight, like, I imagine it's either the last phase of the fight with it, or maybe there's like a couple more if that mission goes absolutely insane. But it got to a point where, like, the phase transition cutscene happened and, like, this big cool thing happened, and then literally, like, the mission just faded to black and went to the results screen because the mission wasn't complete. They told us, like, yeah, this mission isn't done. We're still working on the ending of this mission. So, like, I loved that mission. But it wasn't even done. Which I thought was really funny, that they just straight up were like, yeah, we want to show you this mission. We want to, like, put this out there because it's really fucking cool. But it's not quite done. So it's... Land battleship mission is finished. The ending just has a crazy spoiler. I don't think so. Because we got spoiled a ton. Like, I know some story spoilers for AC8 that I am not putting out there because I am contractually not allowed to put them out there. Like, it would break my NDA if I said them publicly. But I don't think that's the case, because I know a lot of spoilers. All of us who were at the event know a lot of story spoilers for the game already. Which is kind of the downside of going to an event like that. Is now, like, months before the game comes out, I know some pretty significant plot details that I can't. And I know one actually, like, one of them I could say legitimately, and I wouldn't be surprised if someone said it from the uncut footage. Oh yeah, it would have been in the uncut footage. But right before the cutoff, where the land battleship mission ended, like literally right there, it did have a pretty big spoiler. I will say, like, there's another big twist that gets thrown in at the end of that mission that we saw in, like, the little phase transition cutscene, but then we didn't actually get to, like, see the gameplay portion of that. We didn't get to see it play out. So, like, I didn't include it when talking about it in the mission. I don't really want to say it on stream before the game comes out because it's really cool and I don't want to ruin it. But I don't think that they cut it off because of a spoiler, to be totally real with you. Because I feel like there is a really cool thing that would have been the spoiler that we see literally right before it cuts off. I think genuinely it wasn't done. Because also, to put it out there, that cutscene right before the fade looked super jank. Like, it looked not polished up at all. It looked very, like, rough draft version of the scene. And it was just kind of what they had. Because pretty much everything we played was super polished. There wasn't really a whole lot of that, like, rough draft feeling in what we played in the build. But that one specific cutscene did feel very rough drafty to me. It felt more like, yes, this is the basic, like, outline, so to speak, and then we're going to go back in and polish it up as we finish up the mission. But also, yes, feel free to join. The more people, the better, to be real. I'm not, like, boosting the multiplayer achievements or anything. We're just playing and getting them naturally. So, go for it. I saw someone being concerned with the land battleship mission being too scripted and linear on replays. Was it Obo?
Alpha 1.
Just give it to me straight. Was it Obo Shoes? I think that was Obo. I was gonna say he definitely said this in one of his videos or streams. It was a different person. Oh, okay. Because Obo and I hung out a lot at the event, and then we also got breakfast together the next morning after the event. And he and I, the one thing that we disagreed on about the whole thing, Obo, I think, did say it, yeah. The one thing that he and I disagreed on was I was saying land battleship was the best mission we got to play, for sure. And this was like after I got to play it like 4 times over. I still thought it was the best one. After replaying it multiple times in one afternoon, personally. Obo thought it was too scripted and like he thought it got a little more boring on replays. I just disagreed. He and I debated on this a bit during and after the event. He and I spoke about that mission and like how scripted it is. I thought it was fucking great. Because I think there's like a line between what's it? I think there's a, not a line. There's like a balance. There's like a, not balance either. Kind of balance. There's a scale with like heavily scripted missions like that, where like the land battleship mission was pretty much just a multi-phase boss fight, to be real. Like the whole mission is kind of just one big fight against this one super weapon that lasts for like 15 minutes, right? Oh, this was someone who didn't play and was just going off of people's footage? Okay. But sorry, land battleship mission, I think, is on that end of the scale where, like, it is heavily scripted, but it's also, like, the spectacle is awesome, and it's enough to, like, make it still fun even on repeat. I thought. I still had a blast with it on repeat playthroughs. I actually, when I was talking to Obo about it, what I said was, what's it? My first playthrough of the land battleship almost felt like kind of disjointed because it is kind of specific in the way that you're supposed to approach it with the different phases and stuff. And at times I would try to just approach it like a normal, like, air to ground mission, and it wouldn't really work because you're supposed to do something different. Like, you're supposed to target this or that, right? In that phase. And so my first run of the mission actually felt kind of awkward. And then as I did the second and the third run and so on, it actually felt better because I had, like, a much smoother run where I knew what to do at certain points. Like, I actually enjoyed it more on repeat playthroughs, but Obo was saying, like, he enjoyed it the most his first time, and then it started to wear on him a bit. Which is interesting, that we both came away with it thinking the opposite thing. But for me, I thought, like, the repeat playthroughs were better. Just because it felt more, like, smooth and natural on those later runs. He was concerned. Okay. Okay.
Alpha 2 to launch. Alpha 2's been shot down.
Obo did think, and he played it a few times as well. He did think it got worse on repeat playthroughs. I did not.
ESM is
Ace Combat Fan did not. I can tell you just from talking with him as well. He was with us at the breakfast the next morning as well. And he mostly... Ace Combat Fan is great. But when Obo and I were kind of going back and forth about this, he just kind of sat there nodding and smiling for the most part, because he's such a nice guy. He doesn't want to, like, butt in and be like, no, I thought this. I disagree with you. But when I asked him, he said that he also enjoyed it more on the repeat playthroughs. Like, same thing that I said, where, like, first time it felt kind of awkward because he didn't quite know what to do with it.
stage complete. All aircraft return.
And then as he played more, he enjoyed it more. So I think it might depend from person to person.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
And every press member who was there, that was their favorite mission. You think multiple specials are going to become a problem the further you get into the game? I think multiple specials, to be real, to be 100% real, I think multiple specials, even for what we played, was a problem balance-wise. And I know that, like, if you take more than one, you get the ammo reduced. But frankly, it's not reduced enough to counter out the fact that you have a tool for everything you could possibly need a tool for. Like a specialized tool. Sorry, specialized should have been in that sentence. Just to be totally real, like, I found that the balance was kind of fucked because of multiple special weapons. Just because having a specialized tool for literally everything you come up against, like, it, you know how in Ace Combat games, when you run into that one thing that you brought the specialized weapon for, you just breeze right through it, like, you just blast it, it's dead, you move on, like, super quick. Especially if you're someone who's played these games before and, like, you know what you're doing in that sense. It basically made nearly the entirety of every mission we played feel like that, where, like, you hit it, you blast it, you move on, and it's fun. But balance wise, it was certainly an issue, in my opinion. I definitely thought that it ruined the balance a bit. It gets the satisfaction without the learning, like Project Wingman. Yeah, I was more looking at, like, I think that if you're a new player, it won't really ruin things for you. Like, if you're not very experienced with Ace Combat, I don't think it will really be a problem for you. But I think that for people who know these games and how to play them and approach them already going into Ace Combat 8, it will definitely make 8 feel too easy for you. Sorry, hiccup. I certainly felt that way personally. I thought it made the game feel too easy. Granted, we were locked to normal difficulty, which is something to include there. We were limited and could not go above normal difficulty. But I don't think, like, me taking more damage when I get shot is really going to cancel out me dealing too much damage.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
If that makes sense. Like, I don't think higher difficulties will necessarily affect this issue.
I'm a dummy. He thinks a lot.
I would take the same special weapon loadout for each mission because it just had the solution to everything. You could do that. Some missions, like Land Battleship, I brought doubled air-to-ground weapons to just fucking pummel the battleship with, right? And then, like, the Flying Fortress mission, I brought double air-to-air. So it depends, but I feel like 9 times out of 10 in that game, especially if you don't know a mission beforehand, like, you bring one air-to-air weapon, one air-to-ground weapon. You're gonna have the solution for everything, pretty much.
Missile was evaded. Shut down.
Whereas I think the beauty of the special weapon system being limited in the older games, by older I just mean everything prior to 8, is that you have to choose one distinct strength, and then for everything else, it's just down to, like, your fundamentals, your missiles, your machine gun, nothing more than that. I think that's actually a good thing in terms of, like, balance and keeping things engaging. It's like in fighting games, every character needs strengths and weaknesses to actually be interesting in gameplay. If you have a character with no weaknesses, they're just boring. To play, to watch, like, they're just lame if you design a character without any weaknesses in a fighting game. Like, the weaknesses are what actually give distinct traits to everything, right? Make things feel different every match. Make you play the game differently every match. It's kind of important, in my opinion, for games to have weaknesses. In general, like, fighting games are such a good example of it because it's just one character against one character. But in general, I think in games, you can't have interesting gameplay if you don't have weaknesses. Like, you need to have something to be worried about, in a way, to keep things interesting. And to balance that, you give people strengths as well. Right? Like, you give them something that they're really good at so that they don't just feel like they're getting the shit beat out of them. But then you give them a weakness to, like, be aware of and plan around and approach the game differently because of, and that actually makes things interesting. Or, like, in a JRPG, right? Like, the mage has less health. Because if the mage didn't have way less health than every other character, they would just be the best character in the game, and there would be no reason to change up your party or your playstyle at all. You would just spam the mage everywhere. Right?
Shut down.
Like, your mage character gets the strength of the spells being so versatile and, like, kind of the best option for fighting enemies directly. But they have that trade-off of they have poor defense and they die very quickly. Because it keeps them interesting. keeps them from dominating the whole party, right? Like just being the best one. And even sometimes in some JRPGs, they're still just the best one. Because, you know, the damage output and the utility can be so effective that it doesn't even feel like much of a downside to lose the health and defense. That's why you take 2 mages. And even like as far back as the original Final Fantasy, they made like 3 different types of mages that specialized in different areas of magic, right? Because then you had like a different piece of utility and a different kind of give and take with each one of them. Like way back in the 80s, they had that figured out.
Slay girl pussy boss.
Like if one character has the best heals and the best damage, even if you give them reduced health, they're still just gonna be the best. So they separated them. And then made red as like, they don't get as much healing, they don't get as much damage, but they kind of fit more of like a fighter mage hybrid in return for that. Where they're kind of good at everything, but not the best at anything. So like, you don't really see many people play like those early Final Fantasies where you make your own party setup. You don't see many red mages pop up when people play those games, because like, they don't really have a weakness, but they don't really have a strength either. They're just kind of lame. Could I get an invite after this match? The lobbies are just joinable. Like if you go search for the mode that we're playing, you'll just find the lobby. No invite needed, but they're only, what's it? Only findable during like the lobby. Once the game is started, you can't find them. What's the mode? We change it up just to bounce around for achievements and stuff, but you'll see it on screen whenever we're in the lobby. I think it's like in the top left corner. It says it right there, I'm pretty sure. Point being, the special weapons thing, I think, is a balance issue. I think even from what I played, it certainly was a balance issue. Will it destroy the balance of the whole game? Maybe. Is it fun? Yes, it's fun. Like, genuinely, it's a good time to just be able to go through and quickly blast everything. No fucking shot that RCL hit him. Get over here, Valentine. Get over. I'm feeling myself in this A10 right now. Fuck. Damn you. A10 versus the world, man. Get over here.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Fired.
Yeah, it is ranked match. Just for the, like, standardized rule set.
Shut down.
I think joint assault weapon system is the best in the genre. Multiple, yes, I forgot that joint assault had different types of standard missiles as well. And AC3, right? Or did AC3, no, AC3 had missiles and guns that you could change, and it was cool. But they didn't have special weapons yet at that point. So kind of AC3. But yes, joint assault had special weapons and customizable standard missiles. And it was cool, man. Fuck! Joint Assault has really good ideas as a game. It's just super let down hard. Or sorry, it's just let down super hard by its terrible flight model. It really is. I remember, I mentioned before, my Joint Assault video was my first ever interaction with Sly. Because he was so pissed that I actually enjoyed the game and thought that it was like good aside from some major issues. He left like this giant rant comment.
Are you peeing?
And that was my first ever interaction with Sly. Was getting this ginormous rant from him on my Joint Assault video. Yeah. Let's get a siege battle in. No EML, since we have enough people to actually make it fun. Like, when we don't have enough people, and it's just, like, getting the job done, EML all the way, but we have enough. Does passionately hate Joint Assault? Yeah. Yeah, he was not a happy camper with that one. My last game, because England is playing soon? You would. It's so very British of you. That's fair enough, though. I just have to make the joke. Had even, like, X's flight controls, it would be a really good game, especially with co-op. True. The biggest haters are the biggest fans. Yeah. I'm not even, like, I'm trying to think. I don't think there is an Ace Combat game that I'm, like, a big hater of. 5 players is the most we've had in a minute. Our record is 7. I don't think we'll probably beat 7 unless I, like, do some coordination with other Ace Combat creators or something to try to break it. But we did get up to 7 once. What a glorious session it was.
Altitude launch. We have radar lock on. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Missile was evaded. Enemy aircraft down.
Even Advance is fun. Okay, yeah, maybe like Advance, if I had to choose one Ace Combat game that I'm like, this one sucks. Like, yeah, Advance does suck, but, like, at least it's fun. And it's really short, too, so it's, like, hard to really be mad at it when you can blast through it in all of, like, an hour. Like, it does suck, but it's kind of hard to hate that game, you know? Coordinate with Ace Combat YouTube. It can be 8 players. Yeah, I gotta think, like, I could definitely get, like, Oboe, maybe. Ace Combat fan, I could definitely get, aside from the fact that he's such a busy guy. Like, his job just doesn't really allow for a ton of, like, extra time outside of it. And especially, like, when he's not at his job, like, he's married. You know, he's got classic adult responsibilities. He you know, does YouTube on the side, and YouTube is time consuming enough as is. Like, I know that he would love to join for one, but it would be so hard to try to coordinate with him just because he's so busy. It might be worth it though. Does Jarbo have AC6? Where are my Jarbo fans? Jarbo and I are like mutuals, but we've never interacted super directly. Like, I watch his stuff, he watches my stuff, I know. We've spoken very briefly a couple times, but I don't know if he has AC6. Because he doesn't really like go in order with the games, he kind of just does whatever one interests him. My missiles are not doing anything. Oh, you might be getting like desync, potentially. Where like on your screen, the missiles are hitting, but on the other person's end, they're not. That is a thing that can happen on this game. There can be some noticeable desync at times. It's funny, it can happen the other way around too. Where like on your screen, you clearly get hit by a missile, but on their screen it missed. So it looks like you should have taken damage, but you didn't. The Xbox peer-to-peer classic, yeah. He did a 6 video 2 years ago. Very high probability it was recorded on original hardware. I could look at it. I was like, I don't know if he's done a 6 video. Yeah, I knew you meant Jarbo. Oh, there we go. I got qualmed. Flying in a straight line. I could check. It would actually be funny to get like an Ace Combat creator lobby together for the finale, if I could. That could be a lot of fun. I know Obo is down. Obo told me like while we were still in LA hanging out that he would love to get on for an AC6 stream sometime. He was like, I gotta show up to one of those. No one plays AC6 multiplayer. I was like, I know, it's a good time. I fibbed a little bit. It's a bit soul draining when you play it this often, but it's a good time.
Careful now, they're tracking you on radar. Reporting incoming missile. Missile was evaded.
But don't tell him that. He was interested. And the grind demands blood. Fuck. To get Xbox Live might be the hardest part. True. I could probably just pay for it for them. I could buy them a month. You can literally get like gift cards for 1 month of Xbox Live, or Game Pass rather, now I guess. If anyone needed it, I could just pay for 1 month of it. It would be worth it. He needs to join the AC6 streamer. That is still so funny to me. That in one of his recent streams, Obo referred to me as an Ace Combat 6 streamer.
Alpha 3's been shut down.
Fuck's sake, man. It's not that bad. Maybe it's that bad. It's been taking a while. And like we do put in hours on it. Like it's not like I even stream it that infrequently. I stream it like minimum once a week, normally more like twice a week. Like it's not from lack of grinding, you know? Like it's a lot of time put in. Simply. Top AC6 streamer? I mean, that would be true. Can't argue with that one. But, you know, that's like saying I'm also, like, the top Metal Gear Acid streamer, you know? Not that it really means anything. But it's true, I suppose. God, my headphones are trying to fall off. Damn it, I knew it.
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread. Almost
No stream tomorrow, or are you going on Friday? I'm going on Friday. Stream tomorrow, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I'll be gone. Need to get Thunderous Wolf on this. Oh, yeah. Does he... I know he's done Ace Combat 6 videos, but I think he plays on emulator. Or am I wrong? Am I just mistaken on that?
Stage complete. All
I could be
aircraft
mistaken.
are base.
But I don't think Fulf has AC6 like on Xbox. Like everyone else that I said, now that I'll have to check with Jarbo's, but I think Jarbo is on Xbox from what you're saying. Because I feel like we would know if it wasn't because of the graphic issues and stuff. Because everyone always acts like it's just the cutscenes that are fucked or were fucked. I think someone said they got fixed. But like you can tell from the missile trails and stuff. Like there's a lot of just super fundamental things that give it away.
ESM is active.
And obviously frame rate if they're playing with a patch. Recomp still doesn't have missile trails? Oh.
Alpha 3 to launch.
Damn.
Fired.
Shit. This guy, man. How does he do it? How does he do it? Fuck's sake.
Alpha 1, ESM is active.
Fuck's sake. Finally! Fuck!
We have radar lock on.
So much effort. It's not that it's harder to aim it on the 47, it's just that he was maneuvering like that. It made him impossible to keep locked onto.
Alpha 3's been shot down. Shot
I
down.
knew it. I was being dumb. It was so hard to take him down. Is he in the 47? What is he in?
One, engage the enemy.
I forget already. Oh, he's in a Typhoon. Close enough in this game. Abyss Hunter is the one in the 47. I was like, I know there's another SU-47 in this lobby. Take it.
Alpha 3 to launch. Fired.
Son of a bitch. Oh. He was putting up a great effort, chat. He was. It was an amazing effort. Happens to the best of us. shit.
Down. Alpha 2, Fox 2.
You single-handedly made AC6 MP have players. It's pretty admirable. Hey, man.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
We do what we can do. Why the fuck is the rotation property in radians? And to use degrees, I need
Failed.
rotation degrees. I hate coding. I'm dumb as hell.
Forces we've got left.
EDEs, what it is. Radians?
Lock on. ESM is active. Alpha 3 crashed.
Fuck. Jesus. It was so hard to take him down. Why it was rotating
Operation
more than it
Charlie
should.
failed. We can't afford to lose any more.
I love
Do what you
coding.
can to keep them covered.
I hate it, but I love it.
Alpha 3 to launch. Enemy aircraft down. Alpha 1, ESM is active.
Would you say coding is as hard as some people make it seem? No. But I do think it really is like learning a language. Where really it just comes down to learning how to read and write it. And once you have that, it's not so bad. As long as you follow like good practices and stuff. But it pretty much is the same as like learning a language. Like you got to learn all the variables and shit. And that's basically like learning your vocab, and then you got to learn the syntax, and that's pretty much like learning your grammar. Like they call it coding languages for a reason. It really is the same as like learning a language. And once you've got it, you've got it. But some people, like their brains just aren't really wired for that. Because it is like the same skill set, right? So some people just also aren't really wired for like learning languages easily, and some people pick up languages like that. Like it's nothing for them, right? It really just kind of depends. Like everyone's brain is different with it. I wouldn't say it's that hard, but I've always loved learning languages and had
By a thread.
a pretty easy time learning languages.
Fox 2.
Redux got nuked from Nexus. That does not surprise me at all. That doesn't shock me in the slightest. How long did that take? Well, official release was today, but it went up a few days early. Nexus hates mods? Well, it was a repackaging of the game, so you could download it and get the game for free by just downloading the mod. And that's 100% why it got taken down. Like, everyone kind of knew once we realized that it was gonna get taken down.
Alpha 3 to launch.
It was a matter of time, to be real, because they packaged it with the game in there.
Alpha 3 Fox 2. Shut down.
Good thing they have it uploaded in their cord. That might be a matter of time as well. We'll see.
Enemy.
Although who knows? Because like I think Nexus probably nuked it just because they don't want the lawsuit potential. And Microsoft hasn't officially sold the Gears of War PC port for years now. So it's hard to say if it will stay up in the Discord or if that's going to get nuked too. Why did they even do it that way? Yeah, it's kind of dumb to do it that way, right? Like, as soon as I found that out, I'm like, oh, I should grab this mod, like, right now. Oh, it said it was removed by author? Oh.
All aircraft return to base.
Good siege battling, everyone. Sorry for the Sam strat. It's just, it's too strong on defense to snipe with Sams. It's terrible on offense because there's no air-to-air targets on offense. But on defense, those Sams are a bitch. Oh. My mouse is being weird, trying to update the spreadsheet. Oh, God. Oh, sweet Jesus. Hello? I'm assuming that's my mouse. The fuck? Okay. Oh, now we're good. Okay, great. Beep boop, beep boop. Congratulations, Windows sounds lovers. USB port getting railed. Yeah, I don't know what that was. That my mouse just suddenly, like, it was only updating like every few seconds. And then it just started disconnecting and reconnecting. On Ingerland? Were they even playing Croatia? Is Croatia any good at soccer, chat? Oops, I just opened DaVinci Resolve. Not a huge fan of how it wants to make a whole bunch of new firewall rules. You know what I'm not a fan of? Personally? The fact that it uses Space War on Steam to log your playtime. Because first of all, those who knows Space War on Steam and what people typically use it for, it looks bad on my profile. Second of all, what's it? Doesn't every game use that? No. Like, yes, it's a functionality, like, API, basically, but also no. Not in the way that Gears Redux does. Not in the way that Redux uses it. But also because it made my controller setup a real fucking bitch, because it literally is launching through Steam as Space War. So it's enabling Steam input by default. So you have to go and, like, configure your Steam input stuff if you actually want to use a controller with it, which, I mean, it's Gears of War, so I kind of want to use a controller with it, and that was a bit of a bitch. A bit of a bitch.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Just disable Steam input. I needed the Steam input.
Exactly what we plan to do.
Because even with DS4, it wasn't working on controller without Steam input. I had to use DS4 to play it on PS4 controller because I prefer it. I do. And I had to go in and make a config in, like, Steam input for it. But I couldn't get it to work without Steam input. So I just made my own config that, you know, it works now. Like every time I open it, I opened and closed it a few times to be sure. It just works.
Missile struck target.
But that's what I did.
Missile was evaded. Alpha 2's hit.
Hello, Night Raven.
Missile missed. Lock on. Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock. Warning, incoming missile. Watch out, the enemy has a lock on you. Fire.
That's not what I was trying to aim for.
Missile struck target. Alpha 2, Fox 2. Alpha 2's hit.
I just randomly remembered one of the devs at the event saying to me, "You fly like a real ace."
Tracking you on radar. We have radar lock on. Missile was evaded. Fox 2. Enemy facility was destroyed.
It's kind of amazing. It was so good. Because, yeah, look. I feel a little bad saying it out loud, but like, I am a known enjoyer of some good English, right? Anytime it comes up in a game on stream, I die laughing. I love it. The Ace Combat developers are Japanese. You know, and so you can put 2 and 2 together, I'm sure. It was one of the highlights for me, I have to say. One of the memories that will stick with me from that event pretty much forever.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
What's an obscure Ace Combat feature you want back in 8? Bro, honestly, now that you reminded me of it, different types of like standard missiles and machine guns. From like AC3 and Joint Assault. I would love that to come back.
Lock on.
Of all the Japanese football players over here getting interviewed on the news channels, yes, I sent one to False last night of the guy who, like, she's interviewing him about the football, the World Cup, and he just into the microphone is like, "I don't speak English, but I'm excited." Starts like jumping up and down and cheering. It's so good.
Enemy forces within Operation Airspace.
And those clips have been blessings, man. They're so funny.
Coordinates have been sent. This is the last.
That one was so good. I've been seeing a lot of them. I also like this one went like super viral. I saw this one everywhere. Like the one day, I feel like it just came out of nowhere and I saw it like 7 times in one day. But the one like right from when the World Cup was first starting of the British guy who's like, you know, we all make fun of Americans for driving, but here I am in Texas on like this great road. It's just a super nice, long road, pretty road, like beautiful scenery. I'm driving my pickup truck, listening to country music. And like, it's just great. I don't remember exactly what he said, but it was something like that. That shit was good to me. I, like, genuinely don't really enjoy driving. But I thought that was funny as fuck.
Alpha 2 to launch.
I think he started yelling freedom at the end of it too. Or like, this is freedom or something like that.
Facility taken out.
I know their PR. A lot of the World Cup stuff has been very, very funny.
Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread.
Oof.
All
Fuck,
shut
no. Love that despite our government's best efforts, people are still having a great time with the World Cup. True.
Stage complete. All aircraft return.
European experiences America's giant ass roads for the first time. I saw one of a British guy just walking down the sidewalk and talking about being here for the World Cup. And he literally like shows the road next to him, and it's just like a 2-lane road.
Enemy
Or sorry,
forces are approaching the city.
it's a 2-sided 2-lane, like it's 2 lanes on each side road, which is like super standard here. But he just points to the road. He's like, look at the size of this road. It's ginormous. And it's just like the average suburban road in like any American town. But this British guy is like, look at the size of the road. They weren't lying when they said everything is bigger. It's huge.
BSM is active.
Rough city for it. Bro, it's funny that they all still like love it though.
I'm done with what?
Radar lock.
The lanes are bigger over there too. Oh, are our lanes bigger? Ooh, I'm nosediving.
Flashed.
Not my best maneuver.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
A lot of the time,
Altitude's
yeah.
been shut
Oh.
down.
I didn't even know that. Genuinely. Also, I didn't realize that Valentine and I are on a team. That's evil. Valentine and I are the sweaty bitches on the AC6 grind. I didn't realize that we got assigned the same team. I apologize to you two for that. Because half the population is their massive gas guzzler trucks. Hey man, look, I know you're from Texas, okay? It's not quite half the in Texas, I'm sure it is. I 100% has to be. I would believe it. It's not like that everywhere. Come on now. In Philly, it's not gonna be like that.
We have radar lock on. Altitude launch.
Let me have my hyperbole. It's everywhere? It's not everywhere. Up north, it's not like that, at least in the cities. Like, if you go into rural, like Minnesota, Nebraska, Iowa, like, yeah, it's all farm country, so there's a lot of that. But, like, in the cities there, very few people drive trucks. It's mostly, like, SUVs and sedans.
Alpha 2's been shut down.
Where I live currently, there's not that many trucks, actually. I would have thought it would be more. I'm more rural where I am now. Like, I'm not in a major city, so I was expecting more of that. But, like, it's not farm country. So there's really not that many big trucks. Like, I expected way more.
Launch 2.
Oop.
Lock on.
High capacity roads and normal streets. Bro, to me, that's just normal streets. Like a suburban, American suburban road is a normal street to me. Because I grew up in the city. Like, this is my first time not living in the city ever, is like this last month. This is completely new to me. My entire life I've lived in the city. So to me, that's just the normal road. You know, the rural thing is kind of nice, aside from fuck-ass internet. And, like, the power isn't super reliable here either. My power goes out. Like, a lot of the time when it storms, my power goes out, which never happened when I lived in the cities.
Alpha 1, engage.
No cell service. Yeah, actually, that's true. I forgot to mention that. Where I live, like literally in my house, if I'm not on the Wi-Fi, I have 1 bar of cell service. And it's barely enough to even like have a phone call. Genuinely, I can barely even talk to people on the phone without my internet. Because where I live, there's no service. Why, are you rural now anyways? Cheaper.
Enemy plane down.
Not any cyber trucks where I live. At least not that I've like seen here in my first month here. And yeah, because everyone's leaving Minnesota. Because of all the shit going down in Minnesota. Like everyone is either leaving or like wanting to leave. Bro, Redux fucks. It's pretty good, man. I played around with it a bit. I played like the first level of the campaign. I tried out Horde, just the normal Horde, like Gears 1 style. Pretty great. The Horde mode, you can add bots, which I thought was really nice. I didn't try it yet, but it seems fun. Like if you are just trying to play some Horde alone, you could add in like 4 bots to do it with you, just to get more of that like, you know, group feeling from it. I thought it was pretty nice. You can add bots in every mode. Yeah, but like I'm not playing multiplayer with bots. If I'm playing multiplayer, I'm gonna go play multiplayer, you know? But mostly like the frame rate, the FOV, the resolution, actually having alternate on controller, which Gears 1 normally doesn't have. Just there's so much quality of life stuff in Redux that I haven't tried multiplayer on it yet, but I'm sure it's like the way to play Gears 1 multiplayer now. I have to imagine it just is, right? With all the quality of life stuff. Although Reloaded is pretty good for multiplayer too. But like Redux, like my thing with Reloaded is it's too clean. Like Gears 1, when I think of Gears 1, I think of that like super grungy, dirty look that it has, right? Gears 1 looks like the old Killing Floor mod. Like pre-retail Killing Floor, for anyone who's seen like the Unreal Tournament version of Killing Floor from way back before KF1 was even a thing. It has that kind of vibe to it. That's like really, I've only seen it from that and Gears 1, I feel. Like even none of the other Gears games, sorry, have that sort of like Gears 1 grittiness to them. And Reloaded just doesn't have it. Like Reloaded has the gameplay and it looks pretty, but it doesn't have that like distinct vibe that only Gears 1 really has. You know? Brown era game, but with aura somehow. It's not, it's like gray, Gears 1. It's like a whole lot of like gray, black, and white with like little bits of extra color beyond that. They have Omni-Roll in it as well, and I'm tempted. I turned off Omni-Roll, to be fair. Like, I left it off because at that point, I'm like, that doesn't feel like Gears 1. It's nice, but there are some things, even if they are like, you know, warts and all sort of stuff like that, that like that is just kind of how Gears 1 is. W Chloe. Get away from that battleship. You stop that. You stop that.
Special weapons running low.
Fuck.
Operation Chole failed. All special weapons used.
My qualms.
Radar lock. Enemy
Let's
plane
go.
down.
You need a bot message for getting Chloe'd? That would be pretty good, actually.
Crashed.
I could probably just do like a counter. I could just have it like increment whenever it comes up. I sank your battleship, you bitch. Ooh, I did not mean to do that.
Crashed.
And like, I love that Redux has achievements. Like when I was messing around with Horde mode, I got the little pop-up like with the Xbox 360 sound and everything.
Engage the enemy.
For like the reload, the perfect reload achievement that's in there. You know, that in Gears 1, they have a perfect reload achievement that if you've played Gears before, you get like within 20 minutes of booting up the game pretty much. Because it's not that high of a requirement. Like that popped up and I was like, dude, they kind of put everything in here. I would so love for those guys to do Gears 2. 20 minutes took me like 2. I'm flying here, all right? Calm down. It probably also took me like 2, to be real, but
Radar lock. Stage complete. All aircraft return to base. Crashed.
I should try the multiplayer, especially while it's like really hot, because I don't know how
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
how long the life of like Gears 1 PC community will be. So I probably should play around with the multiplayer a bit before all of the community hype dies down and everyone moves on. Oh, they're having problems with it? Fuck, man. Rounds rigged, too sweaty. Yeah, that team matchup was a bit rough. Me and Valentine getting auto-assigned to the same team is brutal. We're normally the ones who are keeping each other in check in these sessions. Because yeah, Valentine, like this is his main game that he enjoys to play, and then me, I'm sweating my ass off because I need to win to get the achievements. You only get the achievements if you win matches, so I'm trying. I am putting in effort. How far along are we? I don't want to spoil the progress since the start of stream, but at the start of stream, we were at 58% done with the multiplayer. Single player is totally done. To remind anyone who hasn't been here, like, single player we have completed. Like, a long time ago. Suppose you won't stream Redux? It might be risky. I could. I'm doing Doom for, like, trying to get that in before the expansion right now. But I own Gears 1 PC, so it's not a terrible worry for me. I have a PC copy of Gears 1, so. And a digital Xbox copy. And a physical Xbox copy. And I have Ultimate Edition on digital. And I have Reloaded on digital. I own 5 copies of Gears of War 1 now that I've said all that out loud, I legitimately own 5 copies of the original Gears of War. Granted, 2 of them are remasters. But I own 5 copies of Gears of War 1. That's based. I own 3.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
But Redux isn't running on the legit copy. Yeah, I know.
Objective point on radar. They know exactly what
It's in a gray area for sure.
attack formation.
Probably will never hundo this game. Not again? Oh no. Oh my god. I think he likes Gears of War 1. I like all of the Gears of Wars. Judgment, I'm not big on.
Target hit. Careful now, they're
But like,
on radar.
at the same time, I don't hate it. Like, I don't dislike the game. I just don't like it compared to other Gears games. Like, if Judgment was just the way Gears of War was, I would still like Gears of War. I just don't like it compared to the others. So, like, genuinely, I haven't played much 5, and even then, I only played the campaign.
Enemy aircraft down.
Gears 5's multiplayer doesn't seem for me, to be real. It doesn't seem like it is. Never really has seemed like it would be. But I hear the Horde mode is pretty good in 5, although not as good as 4. 4's campaign was fine. The multiplayer wasn't really for me. But Gears 4's Horde mode was unreal. It was so good.
Alpha 2, Fox 2.
Honestly, Judgment's Horde mode was good too. It's just that the campaign wasn't very good. And the multiplayer was ass. Like, Judgment is probably the worst multiplayer. You played the totally not a knockoff of Gears of War Inversion? I've not played that.
Keep an eye on your 6 o'clock.
I don't even know if I've heard of that, to be honest.
Missile was evaded.
Shit.
Crashed.
Seems you would be big on it because of the little twists on the missions for the ratings. That is like my favorite part of Judgment, is the little like challenges. There's one in every chapter that are like the canon version of events that present a unique challenge in each chapter. I like those. And I also like that they put in like little mini Horde mode segments, but I think they did too many of those and they just weren't all that interesting. But like, I like the idea behind that. Gears 4 did a bit of that too, with like integrating some little like mini Horde mode sections, and I think 4 did a lot better than Judgment did. I think 4's were way more enjoyable.
Missile evaded. Warning, incoming missile.
Whoa! That missile almost sent me into a crash. That was really close. I feel like I scraped the ground there.
Missile struck target.
That was awesome, though. Certified ace combat moment.
Move on to another airspace. Shut down.
Ah. Damn it. Why do you all know Inversion? I don't feel like I even know this game.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Maybe I do and I'm just not remembering it.
Operation Alpha complete. You're doing great. Continue on with the mission. Alpha 2's been shot down.
Oh no. Hot Sauce is playing Space War, thanks Steam Noti. Yeah. Any Gears of War fan that you know, if you see them playing Space War a lot on Steam in like the coming weeks, you know why.
Operation Charlie complete. Enemy forces within Operation Airspace have been eliminated. Nice work. Target coordinates have been sent. Shut
Oh.
down.
False got the screenshot. I was 12 feet off the ground
Alpha 1.
in that
Enemy.
that moment where the missile hit me and I almost hit. I was 12 feet off the ground. Almost single digits. I think my record for like the closest I've come to crashing without was like 2 feet. Way like a crazy amount of streams ago at this point, but I think my record was literally like 2 feet. 12 is really close though. There are 10 servers online. That's pretty good.
Box 2. Sam kill confirmed.
Hey, maybe it's time for... No, it's not.
Missile evaded.
I was gonna say, maybe it's time for my third Gears of War insane difficulty playthrough on stream. Not yet. Once E-Day is closer, I probably will want to play at least Gears 1 on stream to hype myself up.
Alpha 2, Box 2. Anti-aircraft gun taken out.
Although I feel like to get context for E-Day, like most of E-Day's story stuff that you would want context from the later games for is going to be with Dom.
Boarding incoming missile.
And all of that context comes from like 2 and 3. None of it is really established in Gears 1.
Missile was evaded. Enemy forces are hanging on by a thread.
But like the kind of stuff that we're going in as fans already knowing will happen in E-Day is all pretty much from like Gears 2 and 3, is what I'm saying.
Return to base. Shut down.
Click on your profile and it doesn't exist. Space War is a Steam backend that
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Gears of War Redux is using. So like when I open Redux on my Steam, it registers as me playing Space War. Because they're using it to track the playtime like on your Gears of War Redux account. But it is just a Steam backend that exists for other things. Generally, it's notorious for people using it with pirated games to get Steam features running through it.
Fired.
It's notorious and well known mostly in piracy circles. The controller in this isn't working. Yeah, just do what I did, Hot Sauce. Just make your own config on Steam Input. It's so much easier. I tried to like enable and disable the Steam Input to try to get my controller to register. It didn't work. As soon as I made my own config, it worked. Just make your own and then load up the default, what's it? Like gamepad config. That will just auto map like all your buttons to exactly what they are, and boom. That's what I did, and it works consistently. Enable Steam Input, but make your own config for it. You seem to know a lot about it. It's because it's well known. Like if you see your Steam friend playing Space War, they're playing something that they pirated. Make your own config. Oh, sorry. You make your own config and then use the default layout is what I should have said. If I said use the default config, my bad. You make your own that just pulls the default layout for your gamepad and boom. That's all you have to do. That's what I did to get it to work.
Radar locked.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yeah, he got it. I don't know why they wouldn't say that in the Discord. I don't know why they would recommend, oh, just enable, disable over and over, and eventually it works. Space War means they're either playing Gears of War or piracy. Yes. That's why I said I hate that they're using Space War as like the back end that the game launches through for playtime tracking. Because anyone who plays on PC a lot and is aware of like the meme of your friends playing Space War, it looks like I'm playing a pirated game.
Shut down.
That's why I said I hate that they're using it and it's showing on my profile and like popping up as me playing it whenever I'm playing my Gears of War mod. I have to forward ports because I didn't like it doing it by itself.
ESM is active. Alpha 2, Fox 2. Enemy kill confirmed.
Take those. The U.S. Army has gone from the M7 to the XM8, not the cool German one, unfortunately.
Alpha 2 to launch.
Why not the cool German XM8? I want it to be the cool German XM8. Why can't real life be like Battlefield Bad Company?
Fired.
About to crab all over these randos.
Now is not the time.
Don't you go online on Gears Redux and start crabbing. You're gonna ruin everyone's fun. Space War has achievements. All of them are like 0.1% of players have this. I'm gonna crab. For my non-Gears fans, it refers to this notorious glitch in Gears 1 that makes you like near impossible to hit with bullets. And it was just like a general thing that you could do in pretty much any match of multiplayer, and people who did it were bitches. And like, it's funny, but it's obnoxious because you like can't hit them with your Nasher at all. You can, it's just really, really difficult to get it to register if they're using the crab glitch. Crab walk? Wasn't that what? I'm trying to remember. Crab walk, I think is what it is. Crab walking.
All special weapons used.
Been a while. Whoa, where am I? Oh, I lost my lock on. I was trying to just lead the shot, but
Alpha 2, Fox 2. Fox 2.
Was that camera angle? I did the cinematic missile. I can see myself right there. Joke's on you. I'm fucking dogfighting you from the cinematic missile cam, bitch. I can't see myself. I lost myself. Okay, now I'm not. That was a bad idea. The missile cam is terrible because when you're doing it, your plane is still flying in real time. And you just can't see it. So, like, unless you set yourself up for it where you know you're going to be safe for a few seconds, you pretty much never want to touch it. The style points aren't worth it. They might be. That's not hitting in a million years. Shit. You can crab? What a bitch. He did immediately go on multiplayer, start crab walking. Oh my god, I got it. I crashed, it was worth it. I actually got it. I just needed a good enough shot that was gonna connect.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
There. Missile cam shot. Missile cam would look really crazy with qualms. You know damn well I'm gonna try it, instead of just the standard missiles that don't track very well. Especially in AC6, standard missiles don't really track well. Watch these things go, though.
Operation Charlie failed. Our front line is crumbling. Protect whatever forces we've got left.
Oh my god. I wanted to see how far it would go, but no. Don't think you can kung fu flip.
Alpha failed. We can't afford
At least there's
to lose
that.
anymore. Do what you can to keep them covered.
Gonna have to deal with people like you crab walking. You people. Derogatory. Plum lifespan in this game is crazy.
Stage complete. All aircraft return to base.
Oh, you didn't actually crab? How do you know you can crab?
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Enemy forces are approaching the city.
Just wanted to see if it was there. Well, how did you see? If you yourself did not crab. Oh, did I save? Think it'll be a quick thing if it doesn't make sales, or if it doesn't make the sales they want it to. I don't know. It really depends on how dedicated they are to like actually going back to exclusive. Which, genuinely, who knows? All right, boys. Team battle. Team battle. Like I did it, but I didn't do it for profit. Okay. Okay. if and or when it'll happen. I don't think it'll happen, to be honest. I could be wrong, but I don't think it'll happen. I'm calling these rounds a war crime. Hey man, it's not that bad, right? It's not that terrible. Surely. They said never. That's what I'm saying. Like, they did say never. So it's hard to say. A surprise appearance from Light Wolf? What do you mean mortar on clock tower? Why mortar on clock tower? Who put that there? Who the fuck put that there? Are we ready? We're missing one. We're missing Abyss Hunter. Maybe. I have to call it time. Okay. Okay. Good games. Yes, thank you for joining. It does just help to have more people, genuinely. Especially in Siege Battle. It speeds up Siege Battle matches, which is great. Because those can go for like 40 minutes sometimes. So speeding them up is a godsend.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Alpha 1, ESM is active. Alpha 2 to launch. Enemy aircraft down.
Who is this Light Wolf? Where the fuck are you? Oh, I see. Okay. I was like, where are you guys? Oh, he's got the ESM. That's not good. We still play this after achievements are got? Not like often, but I might a little bit from time to time. I don't really know. I have no specific plans for it. If you get on Redux, let me know. It might be fun to try out Horde. Let's see. Let's see if I have time in the coming days. That's killing me. Oh, okay. We're good. Valentine crashed. It was a good effort. It was a great effort. What are those? Oh no. Okay. We'll be stuck here a while. We will still be stuck here for a bit. We've been here and we're only at like 50%. Well, we're over 50%, but point is, yeah, we're still doing this for a bit.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Oh man, the points are actually close so far. Uh-oh. I'm coming. Hold on.
Alpha 2's been shot down.
Ow, fuck. Damn it. Guess I should set up Delta as well.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
Delta would probably be worth checking out. Oh, shit.
Warning, incoming missile.
Oh, fuck. No. The Quam from before came around and got me. That's insane. That was actually wild.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Alpha 2's been shot down. Fire. Missile evaded.
Oh, what the fuck? I got ghost mistled, man.
Enemy killed.
I'll take it. I'll take that trade. Oh, they're tempting me to get Redux too.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
It's Gears. Gears is good. You know, it's good. How do you play Gears without weapon sliding? Is sliding gone? I wasn't trying to do it, but it seemed like it was there when I was messing around on it.
Warning, incoming missile.
Is it worth if I don't give a fuck about MP? Yeah, the campaign is there, and they added Horde
Shot down.
to Gears 1. So yeah, there's, like, it's genuinely the best PvE Gears 1 experience as well.
Alpha 1, engage the enemy.
And the campaign, because it's the PC version, has, what's it? Has those chapters. The Act 5 chapters that were cut from the Xbox version.
Radar lock.
Those are there, because it is PC Gears 1. Ooh. I escaped with my life.
Fired.
Are those in Reloaded? Just remember I have that too on Microsoft Store. They are in Reloaded as well, yeah.
Missile struck target.
Oh, I'll take that.
Warning, incoming missile.
Was not expecting that one, but I'll take it.
Missile was evaded. Shot down.
Ooh. Okay. Interesting trade. Unexpected again, but I'll take it. I think I'm flying the lowest end plane in the lobby, so like trades are good for me.
The enemy. Alpha 2 to launch.
It won't be lost media. Enough people have already gotten on it that it won't be lost
Shot
media.
down. Warning, incoming missile.
Oof.
Target hit.
Come on. That was such a clean hit too. Thank God.
Missile evaded.
Why risk getting it from a different source is true. In fairness.
Shot down. Alpha 1, engage the enemy. Alpha 2's been shot down.
MU Valentine. Why trust hot sauce? Also fair. The fuck you mean? He's the evil Chole. You can't trust him.
Warning, incoming missile. Altitude launch. Missile was evaded.
You know, the thing that might be slept on with the SU-33, like for team battle and battle royale,
Missile missed.
in terms of it maybe actually being pretty meta, is point scaling. Right? Like, because the devs consider it a weaker plane, it also just gets more points per kill in most matchups in AC6.
Alpha 2's hit.
Like there, he got more than 1,000 points for that, right? It's not like it's the lowest end plane as far as the devs are concerned,
Missile evaded.
but it does give it an advantage against like every other plane that kind of competes in the same category. You know, compared to like the F-22, SU-47, the Typhoon, it has a point advantage, point scaling advantage. And flies pretty much as well as them, has qualms, which is one of the best specials for just dogfighting.
Warning, incoming missile.
It may be meta. Valentine might be onto something here. It's the classic, the more time we spend on a multiplayer, the more the meta evolves as we just learn the little, like, differences, the little nuances.
Yeah, but like. Alright.
You might be onto something, is the point I'm getting at here. Maybe onto something. Good for sniping. They are, but in a straight up dogfight, you don't often get to... What's it? You don't often get to snipe. Like, I could, but Valentine won't let me do it. He notices when I'm doing it, like trying to sit back and snipe while he's dogfighting like Blade. So he'll just start gunning for me. He'll start rushing me. All right, that was the last match for the day for me. What I have to say, we're ending with a nice 61.59%. We're above the 60% threshold, boys. We're making it. It's happening. We're getting places. I swear. It's happening. 61%. Being over 60 in general is pretty great. But it is about that time, roughly. It's a little early, but we finished up all our games. I've yapped all my yaps, I think. So it is about that time. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub, follow, whatever, come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing all sorts of other stuff like Metal Gear, Resident Evil, Yakuza. Come back for any of it. It's all good stuff. Also, if you enjoyed, leave a like. Helps out with algorithm, helps boost it, you know. Helps out. Thank you if you've done so already. Thank you if you're about to do so. Thank you everyone who joined the matches throughout. It does help just getting people online. It's also just more fun with more people, I think. I don't know. Call me crazy. Multiplayer games are more fun with a full lobby. So thank you for showing up. If you're looking for links to anything else outside of Twitch or YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description below. Things like Twitter, Discord server, whatever. Those are all down there if you're looking for them. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I was back here next time. I hope you all have a rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.